Set to go from Detroit as Matt Prater approaches and booms it away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Murray getting this out wide to Hopkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Steps away to his left. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Murray. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
An 8-yard pickup.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, it's Mack. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Tackle made at
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll run it. It's Mack. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it brings up 3rd down.
hands on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
At their own 26-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He'll be brought down about the 28.
Carried by number 16.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 89. Incomplete. Buda Baker there on the coverage.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. Incomplete.
Intended for number 84. Incomplete.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
For the Lions.
Taken in at the 22. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
For the extra point.
And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford is going to fire one deep over. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Just beating the play clock. Stafford. Oh, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Well, this is Callaway on the receiving end. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. This is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
They'll run here with Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A throw out wide, caught by Hopkins. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
2 yards, good enough for a first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Murray now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you're playing the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 19-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And then he completes it to Callaway. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Courage get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. A gain there of 21 yards. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Murray now to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
The 40-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun. Stafford, he sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford, he's going to take another shot here. And will connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Fielded just inside the 30. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
More cushion.
1st down.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
21-yard line.
And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And it'll be 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
4-yard line. up 2nd and goal.
Looking to run with Mack. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown, Arizona.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the gun, Stafford. And knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 17.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground with Mack. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marlon Mack, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get...
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chandler Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford. Incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. Possession will go over. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run the man. Just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and the lead is now 24.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Stafford on 1st down. Smith catches left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford is going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
After the turnover, here's Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. On first. Just shy of the 20. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
From 10 yards out. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cardinals 38, Lions 7. Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but
the Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
2-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Stafford. Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
First down, Arizona.
First down, Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Chase Edmonds, the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. About 3-5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Arizona.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. Safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First down.
to throw it. Murray. He's got it at the 15. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
First down, Cardinals.
Murray now on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. After the interception, here's Stafford. Right side here, and that's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. His pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Byron Murphy, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Brings up second and 9 at the 42-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than